get ready with me and let's do a autumn inspired makeup look. Guys, happy autumn. Is that a thing? Like happy September 1st, or today's the 2nd. But anyways, I am very, very excited for it to be autumn. I know the summer pleas are gonna come for me and whatnot, but I just feel like fashion is just so much better in autumn. And I don't know, I enjoy the vibes. I've been in a proper huff. I really, just side note, I really want to use this primer. It's the Huda Beauty, it's the Blur one. However, it's bronze fudge, so I'm assuming it's got some sort of tint inside it because I ran out of my Drunk Elephant drops, sadly, and I just haven't been able to go and buy them. But I mainly like to focus this primer on my T-zone area, so I really like to just sort of buff that in quite a lot. And it's one of my most favorite primers. It really does do what it says on the box. It does blur, and yeah, probably one of my favorite ones. I am so excited just for that kind of just like the vibes. I just feel like it's so cozy, and I kind of am not over because I love summer, but like the heat really wasn't it for me this year. Anyways, I have made an autumn wish list. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's all over like TikTok. And I'm not gonna lie, it's so cute. I do feel like I have been treating myself quite a lot recently, and I'm not that person. Like I genuinely feel bad to spend money. And so like I need like an excuse, not an excuse, but like I would have needed to have done like not a purchase. I would have needed to do something where I feel like I need to reward myself. I feel like that's low-key like classical conditioning. However, I don't know if it's the same for all of you guys, but the makeup that I do in summer, I cannot get away with doing in autumn, in winter. Like, it just looks really off. Like, I really like a dewy sort of skin, and when I do that in winter, it just looks like, I don't know what season we're in or whatever. The blue contacts have come out to play again. Even though so many people always tell me that my natural eye color looks better than the contacts, I always feel like you want what you don't have. And besides, I feel like there's no harm in experimenting with different looks and stuff. And that's partly the reason of why I really, really like autumn and winter as months, just because it allows for so much manipulation of like makeup, outfits, just like expressing yourself is so different. Because I feel like in summer you're quite limited to like, I don't know, bikinis or like just whatever, like there's not a lot of room, I guess, for manipulation. And the weirdest thing about me is like in summer I think I'll wear more makeup than less. Whereas like in the winter months, I'll tend to wear less, and my makeup is definitely more matte in the winter, which is quite shocking because anyone who knows me knows I hate matte makeup. I go to Paris in 3 days, I think, and I am in the most foul mood like ever. I think it's because I'm due on my period, and it's just, for me, I don't know, sometimes it just depends on like the cycle. Sometimes I'll be like completely fine, and like if anything, I'll have like a fucking big burst of energy, whereas sometimes I will literally be the devil incarnate and I'll hate everything. Like I knew yesterday that it was coming, or like inbound incoming, I mean, because I literally hated my hair, like for no reason. Bear in mind, there's nothing wrong with the hair. I hated it, and I was like, I'm gonna cut it short. I'm cutting it into a bob right now. And I was like, no, breathe, because it's not that bad. I mean, it's not bad at all, but you're definitely going through something. And then I checked my flow up, and it was like, you're due in like 4 days. And I was like, that's the reason why I was gonna go bold. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to Paris. I feel like I go to Paris every year, like around this time. I always say to myself, like, I want to go during summer because it just looks so just picturesque and just lovely. Not that it's not picturesque now, however, it's cold usually when I go, and I was like, I just kind of want to change. But anyways, we've decided we're gonna go now, and I love Paris. I don't know what it is about that specific city. Like, I will never get bored. Like, everyone's always like, you go to Paris once and you see the sights like once, and then what's the point? I'm like, I genuinely love it as like a place. Like, it's such a nice city. I love the architecture. I just love everything about it, the vibes. I'm just obsessed. And then, like, I saw this quote thing that was like, if you're, like, obsessed with the city, it's because your story is, like, already written there. Am I supposed to move to Paris? While we were on the topic of hair, I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I always want to change my hair, and it's not in the best condition. Don't get me wrong, and I've seen you guys' comments on my picture, on my video, but I am gonna make a change. I just feel like it's definitely time. So end of this month, I'm gonna get rid of the extensions and I'm gonna keep my natural hair. Bear in mind, you probably will only see it in a slick back. But I got so many products off of Look Fantastic, which are basically like designed to grow hair. Hopefully that's the case, because it genuinely is in need of help and I need to sort it out. I definitely think it is going to be a struggle just because I'm so used to having extensions put in and just being able to sort of manipulate and fry off my hair. But I definitely think it's something I need. I feel like as I'm getting older, honestly, a girl turns 24 and she thinks she's like so old. But I feel like because I'm getting older, I kind of just want to dial down on the maintenance almost, like the whole extensions thing. I am thinking to go dissolve my lip filler. And yeah, I just kind of want to take a more natural approach. I was even thinking like hair-wise to go down like a natural, like a more natural kind of colour, like more of like my eyebrow colour. For the eyes, I literally just went in with my NARS bronzer. It's in the shade 03 Laguna. And you literally just want to put it all over your eye, especially on the crease. You just want to give your eye more depth and dimension. I feel like it's perfect for the autumn season. And feel free to mix it with an eyeshadow if you want. For my lip combo, all of you guys always ask, and it is the MAC Cool Spice lip liner. And I used to overline. Now I literally just overline the right of the bottom of my lip and then the top. And then I kind of underline, if that makes sense. But you just want to put that all over your lips and then just drag it into the corners of your mouth too. Just going in with a darker MAC lip liner. This is just to add depth and dimension. You want to add it to the outer corners specifically and then buff it out using your finger. Finally, add any kind of nude lipstick on top and then buff out with your finger again. And yeah, this is my everyday makeup for the minute. I will do another video if I do feel like I've changed it. I do think I have kept it quite like my usual in terms of like the pink nudie lip colour. However, it is definitely more matte than what I'm used to. But yeah, this is just my autumn transitional everyday makeup. Bye!